George Galloway's parliamentary return, a controversy that speaks volumes. In the hallowed halls of the British Parliament, a centuries-old tradition dictates that new members of Parliament, MPs, must be introduced by two of their peers at their swearing-in ceremony. This seemingly mundane protocol became the centre of a political spectacle with the return of George Galloway to the House of Commons. The question of who would stand beside Galloway, a figure as polarising as he is charismatic, underscored the deep divisions and the uneasy balance between principle and party loyalty in today's political climate. David Davis, a Conservative MP known for his staunch libertarian views, initially emerged as a potential sponsor for Galloway. Davis, who famously asserts his belief in the freedom of speech, seemed a likely ally in fulfilling the parliamentary requirement. However, following a tumultuous address by the Prime Minister, which painted any association with Galloway as tantamount to political heresy, Davis's resolve dissolved. The message was clear. In the current Conservative Party, under Rishi Sunak's leadership, traditional parliamentary conventions take a back seat to political expediency. Jeremy Corbin, another figure with a history of siding with political outcasts, also stepped back, citing a scheduling misunderstanding. This move hinted at the complex calculus faced by MPs who, while critical of their party's direction, are not immune to the consequences of political association. Galloway's controversial stance and outspoken nature make him a challenging figure to publicly support, even for long-standing allies. Enter Peter Bottomley and Neil Harvey, the unlikely duo who stepped up to introduce Galloway. Bottomley, with no direct political alignment with Galloway, and Harvey, who had no prior relationship with him, underscored a critical point. Democracy, with all its messiness, requires individuals to put principle above party politics. Their action was a stark reminder of the importance of representation, even for the most contentious figures. Galloway's swearing-in was a spectacle of political theatre. Absent the usual camaraderie seen in such ceremonies, the MP's collective aversion to engaging with Galloway was palpable, reflecting the broader discomfort he instills within the parliamentary ranks. Galloway, ever the controversial figure, proceeded without his trademark fedora, a symbol of his defiance and a reminder of his tumultuous past. His return to Parliament marks yet another chapter in a career defined by shifts in allegiance and a steadfast commitment to his own ideology. Galloway's ability to stir controversy, appeal to the fringes of political ideology, and maintain a spotlight on himself is unmatched. His critics argue that he embodies the vanity and self-importance that often plague politics. Yet his electoral success in Rochdale speaks to a different narrative. Galloway's victory is not a sign of democratic failure, but a testament to the electorate's desire for representation outside the traditional party lines. However, Rishi Sunak's reaction to Galloway's victory reveals a troubling aspect of contemporary political discourse. Labeling Galloway as a public enemy and an embodiment of extremism serves to simplify the complex nature of political dissent and reduces the space for nuanced debate. It's a dangerous game of us versus them, where the lines of acceptable political engagement are drawn not by principle, but by partisan objectives. Galloway's post-swearing-in engagement with the media was quintessentially George, a mix of grandiose declarations, ambitious plans for Rochdale, and sharp critiques of political adversaries. His rhetoric, while divisive, raises essential questions about the nature of political representation and the boundaries of acceptable discourse. As George Galloway navigates his latest political reincarnation, his presence in Parliament is a live wire, charged with the potential to either illuminate the complexities of democratic representation or to shock the system into further division. His career, marked by controversy and resilience, serves as a mirror to the political landscape, reflecting our collective aspirations, fears, and the enduring question of what it means to be represented. Whether you view him as a political pariah or a necessary counterpoint to the status quo, Galloway's return is a reminder that in democracy, even the most divisive voices have a right to be heard.